Peace, my family, and we're all back to all. And those coming out of that good cocoon for the first time, welcome. This is your girl, the butterfly, and we about to take off. Let's fly. Just want to send you all the good healing energy your way. Peace, love, happiness, harmony, and abundance. Hope you guys are out there keeping your mind right. Oh yeah, and that good, not mine. How y'all feeling today? Hope you guys are keeping yourself in your higher nature, your higher self, and most definitely cleansing those lows, moving up that upward spiral. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, you should scroll through the community on my page, and it's like a image of a chart showing the downward spiral and upward spiral, and there's certain things to take a look at within yourself and work on, and move with the total opposite to move up, going the upward spiral up into your higher self. So I decided I'd share that because that's what everyone should be moving toward if you're going on this good journey with them. And again, it's all about that inner work on yourself. And so again, I came on here to share another clip from Master Teacher Dr. Malachi York's book called The Mind. And the heading is called Scroll 7, Pleasure in the Mind. And it's 19 times 2 equals 38. So let's go. Lo, I, your master teacher, will speak to you on pleasures. And this is Dr. Malachi York speaking. Know ye that in the Holy Tablets, chapter 10, tablet 12, verse 147, it states, the less pleasure you have, the less your burden for liberation will be. Worldly pleasures intensifies the desire for greater enjoyment. The mind can never be satisfied, no matter how many pleasures it is fed. Emotions become dangerous when they become motion. It is these emotions that make you fight, which leads to wars. Emotions which leads to greed, which causes you to overeat, leads to diseases, or eat yourself to obesity or death. Emotions which leads you or your need and want. Let me repeat that. Emotions which lead to your need and what you want. And sex which leads to lust and luster. You are exceptionally apt to AIDS if you let your emotions be controlled by lust or luster of it, and make you go out and buy or being a sexual instrument to give you pleasure. Then you'll become an AIDS victim, because the fact that you need a vibrator shows you have lack of self-control. And if the opportunity arises for you to have sex, you'll take chances, not caring what the consequences might be, even possible death. Emotions, gluttony, eating to sickness, anger, wars, taking my I want, blessed, me, comfort, conscious. When you're emotional and calm, you're okay. I'm not saying don't have feelings. Don't cry or let your anger get you into trouble because you can't control your mouth. When you are over emotional sexually, you take chances you normally wouldn't and regret once you have AIDS. When you're over emotional. You get into a fight and have regrets. Or a person who is obese now has regrets that they're fat and say, I wish I could lose weight. Like losing or like getting fat wasn't their problem from the beginning. This is your own trinity. Number 1, me. Number 2, myself. Number 3, I. These emotions which lead to other emotions like fear and regret. A person with age now realizes I'm going to die. The person who is obese has all this fat around their heart and realizes with their added worry and aggression, which increases the chances of dying, say, I'm going to die. Emotions lead into motion. And when you get into your emotions, you give up a part of your divinity. So when you give into your emotion, you give a part of your divinity. You give up a part of your divinity. That means when you're upset by something, you're no longer in control of yourself, and therefore you're under the rule of another. You can say out of your mind, however, you can be under or in control of your own divinity. You can say out of your mind, however, you can be under or in control of your own divinity and surrender your divinity to another who is in authority. The saying is, believe in yourself. Then they say, believe in God. Then they say, they told you who and what you are. In the scriptures of Apostle John, called in tones, Yowak, Kahana, and in rhythm, Yang Hana. And this is the 10th degree, the 30th or the 34th verse, which states, Jesus answered them saying, is it not written in your law? Is it not written in your law? I said, ye are gods. And again, in the scriptures where it was received by our prophet David, called in tones, they walked. And they walked in rhythm. The books of Psalms, 80th or 82nd degree, the 6th verse, which states, and I said, ye are gods, and all of you are children of the Most High. For instance, when you humble yourself to someone, you are surrendering your divinity to them, but you can regain it back. It's not like once you lose your divinity that you can't regain it back. You lose it of your free will, so you can't earn it back when you will. Don't mix humbleness up with submission. They are not the same. No man knows less than the one who knows it all. Mind your mind for the jewels of yourself. So that right there is the end of that scroll. And I want to put that out so we can be mindful of how we're moving with our pleasures, desires, and emotions. Because again, we have to learn how to control our emotions. It is real. And having a sense of control will most definitely lead you down the right path that you want to be on. Because again, people don't know they're creating different experiences for themselves throughout life because they can't control their emotions. and creating a lot of fatal situations at the same time. And some people, you know, have gotten away in a sense sometimes when you're moving and you really, nothing ever happened, right? But again, everything you do has consequences, and we must understand that it's a proper way for us to move here on this planet. And again, sex, you know, was originally for just procreation purposes. It wasn't for our pleasure. And remember that when people are going along to go along just to have a good time and wanting, you know, to be pleasured. And again, you put yourself sometimes at risk in different situations in your life. It creates, you know, a big thing for yourself, a big event in a sense, when you had to start making big decisions. And it's something that you don't really want to go through if you don't have to, you know. And so that's why it's so important to make good decisions and don't just be moving out here, just moving out here out of, you know, wants and desires and a need, feeling like you need anything like that. Because again, when we realize what the laws were for, and also, yeah, people can sit here and say, oh yeah, be fruitful and multiply with what we were being told. Yeah, but at the same time, in these days and times, you know, we gotta think of the reality of things right now. And things were not the same back then, as far as, oh, you know, we can just be fruitful and multiply nowadays, because unless you're in that type of position financially. But again, nowadays it's just different. Can't just be out here, you know, because again, you can cause a lot of stressful situations for yourself that you didn't really have to. If only you knew the proper way to move, you know, and the message on the Most High to let you know. In our culture, sex was made for procreation purposes. So if you're not wanting to create a child by taking a chance and creating life in this world, then there's no reason why, you know, people should be doing it just for fun. If you know by chance you could get pregnant, and then that's a whole nother thing, especially, you know, if you're not ready. And so it's really hard when you're dealing with situations like that, and it's not easy. And that's why it's so crucial that we learn how to make better decisions for ourselves and our lives and the lives of our children on both sides, and not fall victim, or, you know, and not necessarily a victim, because again, you know, we made a choice. And some people maybe didn't, you know, as everybody's situations are different. But I will say, again, we gotta learn how to just move right and not move off lust, and get prepared if you want that. Have the right situation manifested in your life before you decide, okay, I would like a child in this world. Make sure that you plan, have a family, do it the right way, you know, be married, you know, not just, oh, I just want to have fun. That's the trap. Because fun can get you in a lot of different situations that you really didn't want to experience or want to be in whatsoever. And you have regrets. You will. Been there. I have regrets as well in my life. Been there. And that's why I'm here to say, through my own personal experiences, that it's really not a good place to be when you just out here moving wrong and not in the ways of the Most High. You know? Because people can sit here and say, well, I can do whatever I want. It's by choice. And I guess I will say that's that struggle within. Y'all have to decide for ourselves. And, decide if we're going to follow the ways of the Most High, or we're going to follow our way, thinking that we know it all our way, and I can do whatever I want type of way. Whatever you want will lead you wherever. Don't you want to go down the right road, on the right path, leading to your true destiny? Not, going down this path, leading you to the path of self-destruction, really. And it's a hard pill to swallow for some people, because some people really just don't know. But that's why it's so crucial that as spiritual beings, if you're seeking out, you will find the Most High. You'll find, because the Most High is inside of you. You realize this when you start really trying to figure out what life really is about. Really start asking questions about how you're moving. And asking yourself, really, is it working for you? Or is it causing more headache, pros and cons? Are you crying most of the time? Are you sad most of the time? Are you depressed? Are you mad? Are you stressed? It's all good questions to ask yourself to see how you're moving out here. Because when you're moving in the ways of the Most High, most of the time, you good. Not to say that you don't have situations that come up, but then you will know how to handle them. You know how to solve the problems. Dealing with, within yourself and with the Most High messages to help you and to understand, and overstand and understand what you must do moving, to the next situation in your life that comes up with the next obstacle, in a sense. But again, all of us are going through similar things, maybe not all the same things, but we had lessons to learn, and the question becomes, have you learned your lesson? Because again, it's going to keep replaying in your life if you don't learn. Keep doing the same thing over and over again, haven't woke up, still asleep. It's not working. So again, we must learn self-control, discipline, and control of our emotions. Because the emotional part of you sometimes can blind you, and keep you attached to things that you don't have no business being attached to, especially if it's not for the good of your being and it's not in the ways of the Most High. And that's why it's so crucial for us to, study His Word and the Scriptures and the ancient tablets, and so you can understand what's the best way for you to move out here. It's the Most High is the best way, and gets you out a lot of things, a lot of troubles, instead of you feeling like you're experiencing this alone. Because the Most High is with you. He sees you regardless. But again, it's up to you to decide, are you going to give your life to the Most High, or are you going to keep on going down this path and doing it your way? And again, all of it, you will learn a lot of lessons. And some people do have to go off on their own sometimes and learn a lot of lessons. And then, you may realize that this is not the path that I'm supposed to be on. But remember, some people don't ever get out. So it's nothing to play with, is what I'm saying. We gotta stop feeling like life is some type of game. It's not. Really. And yeah, we will learn through experiences and stuff, because everybody's going to make mistakes, everybody's going to, but the goal, the blueprint of it all is to move in the ways of the Most High, because that's all that matters. Really. And once you begin to move like that, things will begin to manifest your wildest dreams. Oh man. Because that's where the Most High wanted you to be anyway. On the right path. Straight and narrow. So, I'm going to leave it at that. And let you all know again that you are loved beyond this world. I hope you know that. And again, if you have any questions, you can leave it in the comment section. I'll be happy to answer. And also, if you have any questions, personal questions or things like that, you know, that you don't want to leave in the comment section, I have email as well on there. You can email me. But other than that, I'm going to leave it at that. And on that note, free our master teacher, Dr. Malachi G.R.L. Peace, love, harmony, happiness, abundance. And why do